You've probably heard the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, say there's no business case for selling liquefied natural gas, LNG, to our allies. It's rubbish. Since 2014, the Americans have completed 27 LNG export facilities. 27 in a decade. It's one of the reasons their economy is so much stronger than ours right now. They have become the world's #1 exporter of liquefied natural gas in just 10 years. They went from virtually zero in 2014 to just about 12 billion cubic feet a day in 2024. Australia is #2. They're at somewhere around 10 billion cubic feet a day. Qatar is around the same, around 10 billion cubic feet a day. Russia is higher. Malaysia is higher. They've all seen the market. They know there's a business case for selling liquefied natural gas to the rest of the world. There's also an environmental case. But let's look for just a second at the business case side of it. You've got Justin Trudeau, who was visited by the German Chancellor, the Prime Minister of Japan, and representatives of the Greek government, all within the last couple of years, asking if we would please speed up our liquefied natural gas exports so that they could use LNG rather than coal, rather than other dirtier kinds of fuels. No. We must not sell our liquefied natural gas. It's a sin. It's an environmental sin to sell our liquefied natural gas. Now, here's the environmental side of it. If you sell liquefied natural gas to a country that is using oil to produce energy, or more importantly, a country like China that's using a lot of coal to produce energy, you are saving the environment, the emissions that you are replacing. So you sell them liquefied natural gas, which is much cleaner than coal, much cleaner than oil. They stop using coal in as many places as they do. The Chinese are building the equivalent of one new coal-fired power plant a week. You slow that down, and you've helped improve the environment. Indeed, there's a calculation available that Canada could meet its entire Paris Accord emissions requirements simply by selling liquefied natural gas to countries that are using coal and oil now. We wouldn't have to go to all electric vehicles. We wouldn't have to go to a net zero power grid. We could still do all of those things if Canadians think that that's what they want to have done. But in order to save the equivalent number of emissions, the equivalent amount of emissions, all we'd have to do is sell liquefied natural gas. We have a lot of it. We're the 3rd or 4th largest store of natural gas in the world. All we'd have to do is sell liquefied natural gas to China, to Indonesia, to India, to places that are using oil and coal in the dirtiest possible power generation. And we would save the earth the equivalent amount of the emissions we promised we would save by ourselves at the United Nations in 2015. Now, if that doesn't make sense to you because you're doing that and making money, improving your economy, bolstering your job creation, if that doesn't make sense, then you have a job in the Trudeau cabinet. Because to them, it doesn't make sense for us to sell LNG. It makes sense for us to keep it in the ground, reduce the job growth in Canada, slow down our economy, and prove that we are the world's environmental Boy Scouts by beggaring ourselves. For Postmedia, I'm Lorne Gunter.